The national carrier Kenya Airways could have lost millions of shillings from the airport workers' strike at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, complicating its recovery path from years of loss even further. Now, at least 34 KQ flights were cancelled as many other airlines were forced to reschedule flights for their passengers and incur unforeseen grounding costs, as well as whose effects will be felt for weeks or even months to come. Gituku paints a picture of the losses from the flight disruptions.
On a normal day, the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport sees at least 200 flights taking off or landing at the East African transport hub. On the day of the airport workers' strike, an estimated 120 flights had been scheduled to depart from JKIA, carrying an estimated 8,236 passengers. Their destinations were various from domestic to African and beyond. 114 flights were scheduled to land at the same airport with 7,641 passengers, the same aircrafts expected to ferry other passengers out. The air traffic so high, with the flight taking off or landing every few minutes. By 10 o'clock, when Transport CS James Macharia announced the situation had been contained, 50 flights should have left and another 40 arrived. Most of them were affected. Some rerouted while others didn't leave their ports of origin. JKIA attends to at least 40 passenger airlines and another 25 cargo airlines. Kenya Airways bearing the brunt of the disruption. Out of 50 flights affected, KQ reports that 34 were cancelled, 10 delayed, while 6 were operating, albeit after inconveniences. 12 of the affected flights were destined for local destinations like Mombasa, Kisumu and Eldoret. 10 flights were within East Africa and 22 for the rest of Africa, the farthest being Accra, Ghana. To remedy the situation, KQ had to reschedule some of the flights and combine some. KQ giving priority to long flights. For instance, KQ 100 destined for London had been scheduled to depart at 9:30 a.m. It was rescheduled to leave at 1:15 p.m., by which time KQ reported passengers had boarded. When such an incident occurs, an airline suffers unplanned costs, including parking fees for the aircrafts. An airline must remedy the situation for passengers and transporters, which may include hotel accommodation for passengers on long flights who have to cope with the long delay. The Kenya Airports Authority may have to compensate the affected airlines for the inconveniencing losses.
When you lose 6 hours in a hub like this it causes, ripple effects. So one delay causes another, and so on and so on. So again, I do apologize to the public and our travelers, our dear passengers that has been caught in this illegal action. I really don't know even what to say.
Kenya Airways released a statement to its passengers to consider 3 options by midnight Wednesday: to either seek full refund for unutilized tickets, and in case a ticket is partially utilized, 70% of return fare could be refunded. Passengers who wish to change their itinerary can rebook at no cost, but by midnight Wednesday. In the year 2018, KQ made a loss of 4 billion shillings by half year in June. Events of Wednesday deepening the troubles for the pride of Africa. Gituku, TV, Nairobi.